Ella and the Secret of the Starry Blanket. Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, there lived a curious little girl named Ella. She had wide, sparkling eyes that always seemed to search for something magical, and a heart that overflowed with wonder. Ella's favorite place in the world was the top of Bluebell Hill, a gentle slope covered in soft grass and wildflowers that swayed with the breeze. Every evening, as the golden sun dipped behind the horizon, Ella would carry a special blanket her grandmother had made for her. The blanket was deep blue, with tiny silver threads woven into its fabric. When it caught the light, it shimmered like a piece of the night sky. Her grandmother had told her, "This is no ordinary blanket, Ella. It holds a bit of magic. If you listen closely, it might even whisper its secrets to you." Ella didn't quite know what that meant, but she loved the idea of her blanket being magical. One summer evening, as the sky began to darken and the stars began to peek out, Ella spread her blanket on the hill and lay down. The air was warm and still, and the scent of wildflowers filled her nose. She gazed up at the sky, tracing constellations with her finger. "Orion the Hunter," she murmured. "And there's the Big Dipper." As she spoke, one star in the sky began to twinkle brighter than the others. It wasn't just twinkling, it was moving. It floated gently toward her, growing brighter and brighter until it seemed to hover just above her. "Ella!" A soft, musical voice called. Ella sat up, her heart racing. "Who's there?" "It's me," said the voice. The bright light softened and Ella saw a tiny, glowing figure standing in front of her. It was no bigger than her hand, with wings that shimmered like moonlight. "I'm Luma, a star guardian," the figure said, bowing gracefully. "I've been watching you for some time. You have a special gift, Ella. A heart full of wonder and a belief in magic. That's why I'm here." Ella blinked in astonishment. "A star guardian? You mean you take care of the stars?" Luma nodded. "Every star in the sky has its own guardian. We keep them shining bright and guide their journeys across the heavens. And tonight, I've come to share something very special with you." Ella's blanket began to glow softly beneath her. The silver threads shimmered like starlight. "Your grandmother was right, Ella," Luma said. "This blanket is no ordinary one. It's made from the fabric of the night sky itself, woven with starlight. It has the power to take you to places you've only dreamed of." Ella gasped. "Really? Where can it take me?" "Anywhere," Luma said with a smile. "Would you like to see the stars up close?" Before Ella could answer, the blanket lifted gently off the ground, wrapping her in its soft embrace. She held on tightly as it floated higher and higher, carrying her into the night sky. The world below grew smaller and smaller until it disappeared, replaced by a sea of twinkling lights. Ella found herself surrounded by stars, each one glowing with its own color. Some were golden, some blue, and others a deep fiery red. Luma guided her through the heavens, showing her constellations she had only read about in books. "This is Pegasus, the winged horse," Luma said, pointing to a cluster of stars shaped like a horse in flight. "And over there is Andromeda, the princess." Ella stared in awe. The stars seemed so alive, each one pulsing with a gentle warm light. "They're beautiful," she whispered. "They are," Luma agreed. "But the stars are more than just lights in the sky. Each one holds a story, a memory of someone's wish or dream. And you, Ella, have the power to hear those stories." Ella tilted her head. "I do." "Close your eyes," Luma instructed. "Listen carefully." Ella closed her eyes and soon she began to hear faint whispers. One voice said, "I wish for happiness for my family." Another murmured, "I hope to find my way home." The voices were soft but filled with emotion, like gentle ripples on a pond. "They're wishes," Ella said, opening her eyes. "The stars carry people's wishes." Luma nodded. "And they keep those wishes safe until the time is right for them to come true." The night wore on and Luma showed Ella more wonders of the sky. A comet with a tail like a silver ribbon, a meteor shower that looked like sparkling rain, and the glowing ribbon of the Milky Way stretching across the heavens. As the first light of dawn began to creep over the horizon, Luma guided Ella back to her hill. The blanket settled softly onto the grass, and Ella stepped off, her heart brimming with joy. "Will I see you again?" she asked Luma. "Whenever you look at the stars, I'll be there," Luma promised. "And remember, Ella, your blanket will always carry the magic of the night sky. Keep dreaming, and you'll find that the stars are never far away." With a final twinkle, Luma disappeared, leaving Ella alone on the hill. But she didn't feel lonely. She looked up at the fading stars, her heart filled with their light and their stories. As she wrapped herself in her blanket and walked home, she smiled, knowing that the magic of the stars would always be with her. "Good night, Ella. Good night, stars. And sweet dreams to you too."